Okay, so, good afternoon. Since Fallout 3 came out, I was interested in doing some sort of a diary-type blog for a character. And I thought it would be a fairly interesting, maybe social experiment to have a character that is essentially a drug addict, and see what choices I make, not being an actual drug addict, to maintain that addiction, rather than just take the easy way out, wait 24 hours until my addiction is gone, and
war never changes.
Heal myself of addiction that way. So, with Windows 10 game mode and the ability
In the year
to
1945,
record video and voice
my
of
great-great-grandfather,
my screen, which I know has been around for
serving in the army,
a while with other programs, but I just
wondered when
haven't
he'd get to go
bothered
home
to
to his wife
explore those possibilities.
and the son he'd never
I
seen.
figured that Fallout 4 would provide a fairly
He got his
decent
wish
opportunity to
when the U.S.
make
ended World War
this
by
little
dropping
video
atomic
diary.
bombs in Hiroshima.
Initially, I was going to do it just as a
Nagasaki.
blog, but I figured this
world
is
awaited
probably a
Armageddon.
better way to
Instead,
document my own experiences
Something
and,
miraculous
and let other people watch along, rather than just
we
write
began to
out
use atomic energy not
what
as a
it
weapon,
is
but as a
that I'm
nearly
doing
limitless
and what
source
I'm
of
seeing.
Power.
So
People enjoyed
the
luxuries once
character
thought the realm of
itself
science fiction.
has
Domestic robots,
I've been mulling around
fusion-powered cars.
really how do I
portable
want to develop
computers.
this character. I want it to be fairly realistic in terms
in the
of their
21st century,
abilities.
People
I
awoke
don't
from
want to
the
make
American dream.
some sort of superhuman that
Years of consumption led to
excels in
shortages of every
combat,
major
or
resource.
a scientist essentially that has a
entire
super
world
high
on
intelligence rating. I want to keep this fairly realistic in that sense.
Became a distant memory.
So my thought is, I'll keep
It is
strength
now
at a
the year
mid-level.
2077.
Perception,
We stand on the brink of total war,
probably to the mid-upper range.
and I am afraid
Endurance, fairly high.
for myself,
Charisma,
for my
lower
wife,
range or so. I don't
for my infant son.
don't want to put that one up too high.
Because if my
Intelligence,
time in the army taught me
maybe
one
the
thing,
mid-range. Agility, mid to lower. And luck, somewhere in the middle.
it's that war.
So,
War never
essentially,
changes.
this character, as I venture forth, is going to develop an addiction to the in-game drug known as Jet, which, for anyone who is not familiar with the Fallout universe,
War
appears at
never
least to
changes.
You're
be
gonna knock him dead at the veterans
some
hall
sort
tonight,
of
hun.
aerosolized stimulant.
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging
so-
the mirror.
Right.
We have the character creation screen up. I really don't care too much about what my character looks like. This looks good enough. We'll add some extras in here, maybe. Some
My
moles, sure.
handsome husband.
Yeah, she's calling me handsome. I really don't think that this is going to qualify as a handsome character. Alright. No. Alright. That looks good enough for me. Just... I thought those two had been checked before, and obviously looks like they're not now. I did uncheck them, or I thought I had unchecked them, but I don't remember seeing a sunburnt character. So I'm going to accept this as it is. Maybe just change the hair. Something a little shaggy. I think maybe there were a couple more. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this.
Did you put a little color in your hair?
Alright. Call this done. Certainly not the most attractive character.
Ah, good morning, sir. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
Newspaper. Well, I have a
Rodmack
comic
the
book.
Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
And the newspaper.
More of the same.
So, another note about the character himself. Come on. There we go.
Sounds like someone made a sticky.
I don't want to follow the storyline.
You know,
I'm not really interested
It's really good with Sean.
in the story. I have my own separate game that I'm playing that follows the storyline. I follow all the side quests and you know, sort of a slave to the story itself. In this, I want to create the story, so unless there's dialogue or some indication that the quest that I'm going to take is going to fuel this character's personality, I really don't think that I want to do any quests. You know, this isn't the hero character. Not necessarily a bad guy either, but somebody who is maybe a little bit more self-serving, and you know, really that's just it. He's looking out for himself. He's probably not going to end up with any companions, but we'll see how things actually progress. Of course, now I completely missed what it was that he was trying to tell me to do.
The dishes. That's my job.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
I'm here now.
So you are. So you are. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Fantastic. So, the other thing about the storyline itself, I actually think that the Fallout 4 story plays into this narrative fairly well. It gives me a starting point to kind of explain the character's history and not have to invent it myself. I can jump off of what they've already put into the story and go from there. I don't want this guy to start off being an addict. I think that he ends up the experiences that he has from this
hello?
point forward. Yeah, I'll get to you in a second, but this point forward will define why he is an addict and things along those lines. Unfortunately, I
Go away.
think,
Won't take but a moment. We do need to verify some information.
and one of the
to make sure
things
you're
I'm
cleared
not a
for
fan
entrance
of
the
in
unforeseen
Fallout
event
4
of
is
total atomic annihilation.
I don't
Come
think
back
I
some other
can
time.
say
Come
no.
on, hon. It's just a little paperwork. Let him fill it out, and it's done.
Come on, it's not like anything's gonna happen.
I know, but it's like insurance. Just in case. For Sean, you know?
Yes, right. Just
I think the
like
game forces your
insurance.
hand in this
So let's
aspect.
get to it.
Yep, here we go. I really don't have a choice in it, like I said. So, again, my thought of Jet is an aerosolized stimulant, basically a breathable cocaine. So I'm trying to base my skills along the lines of my own ideas of what a stimulant addict would be like. Maybe drop the endurance. I'll probably keep it the same there. So, stimulants really don't, this isn't a steroid, so I really don't think that my strength needs to be up there very high. Perception, I guess to some extent, you may be a little bit more aware of the world around you, especially as opposed to a depressant, where you're certainly going to be a little less attentive. Endurance, you hear stories of people on various classes of drugs that feel absolutely no pain and can fight through beatings and shootings. My own experiences, of course, are fairly non-existent with anything along those lines. So I figure that we'll make endurance or a health ability to stand up to damage. Keep that up a little bit higher. Charisma, I don't know too many charismatic drug addicts. Intelligence I'm keeping up there. Agility and luck, again, I'm going to keep those in the low to maybe mid-range. And why isn't it letting me accept? Oh, I have to name. Let's see. Caps lock. Yeah. How about Kyle?
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Wonderful.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Okay. And I'm going to quick save this. Unfortunately, I have to call it quits. Basically, this will end up being a short 15-minute intro section. I got to run out, so
You heard Codsworth. Go on.
I will pick this up either later tonight or maybe tomorrow. So, have a good night.